Very happy to be able to win our first series, especially after losing the opener and trailing most of the day yesterday. To be here right now, being able to have won the first series is big. I thought our guys battled hard, played hard. We got stellar pitching all weekend. They kept us in a position to win, and once again today, the bullpen came up big. Kumis got some big outs for us, and then John Taylor was stellar once again, and we turn it over to Matt.
Questions?
Obviously, Adam's performance today sort of again opens up the question of how you're going to handle the Sunday starter role. In your mind, is there more questions than answers at this point in terms of what you do on Sunday, Scott?
I think that's fair to say. We haven't had anybody make a loud enough statement for that Sunday job, and F made a statement yesterday for the Saturday job, and now we still got questions on Sunday. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think that we got some guys that are capable, but they just haven't been able to make it happen yet, and we'll just have to keep working at it till we find a solution.
Neil?
Well, when Adam couldn't get it out there in the second inning, you knew you were going to have to, your bullpen was going to have to come through for you. But those guys today, Kumis, then Taylor was, perfect again, and then Price was. Did you think you get that kind of performance over basically 8 innings out of those fellas?
Well, the good news is Taylor is very resilient, and he can pitch even when he's probably thrown too many pitches. He can still bounce back, and he had a lot in his tank today. I asked him before the game, you've been up a lot, you've had a bunch of appearances this year, do you feel good enough? Today is not as important as the rest of the season. He said, I can go as long as you want to leave me out there. That was his answer. And Westy got off to a bad start, and our design was to go with Kumis. And he got some big outs, but he's still trying to find his way a little bit. He's got to mature a little bit. I think he had 3 walks in 3 innings. But, again, he got some big outs for us, and then JT held him at bay until we went to Matt, and Matt was really good as well.
Between the errors Friday and Jackie struggling and the start today, is it not to play your best and still win 2 this weekend? Is that a good feeling in a way?
Well, it is. I mean, you don't want to have those things happen, but a lot of times when your guys aren't getting hits or your guys aren't making pitches, and you don't win. And we were able to win. Jackie's going to be fine. I mean, there's a lot of outstanding players go through some slumps, and he's having a tough time right now, but he'll fight his way out of it. But the thing we've done, we've been able to pitch. And, Marzilli comes off the bench today, gets a hit, which is important. Had two more runs there with 2 outs, and so I think we'll still get better. I mean, we're playing some good people the next 5 days. We got some good, really talented opponents, but I think we'll continue to get a little bit better too.
You mentioned Matt last week as a possibility to start. Do you feel like the bullpen is at a point right now where you can move him into the rotation and then not be able to miss a beat?
Well, it's hard for me to feel like we won't miss a beat. We won 2 games this weekend, and he finished both of them. If he's a starter and he wins, it's just once. So there's a lot to think about. Do I have confidence in Taylor? Absolutely. The way he's pitched, Mata's been there for us. He's got a good track record. Harper came in and got a big strikeout today, and we've got some guys down there. But the truth is, Matt was at the end of 2 wins this weekend, and it's one of those things. Would I love to start him? Absolutely. Would I love to have him in the back end? Absolutely. So it's a tough scenario.
Right. You talked maybe in the first couple of games a little tight. The team maybe was the opening of conference play. They played loose today, and it seemed like it showed. Is this team? Are all teams better loose, or is this one specifically? It looks as if they've got great chemistry, and when they're loose, they seem to be better.
I don't think you can play this game when you're tense and have a lot of anxiety. I don't care what level it is, the big leagues or little league. But it's easy to say and hard to do. People care, they try hard, they overdo it sometimes, and this game is one that's difficult to harness. But we've gotten a little bit better. I feel like we're not as good as I want to be, of course, but we've gotten a little bit better, and we're getting some better hacks. You know, Wingo's getting some hits now. Mooney's getting on base. He's getting his hits, and I think we're improving some.
Coach, you had mentioned Evan's pinch hit. How big is that for Evan, and can you build on it from there?
Well, I think so. I think he can. He's a guy that, you know, when you look at the numbers, you're talking about a young man who is a student of the game. Nobody outworks him. Nobody's more dedicated than he is, and he's scuffling, and it's hard. You know, as I tell the players all the time, I live vicariously through you as well. So it's a tough thing. He's been missing those pitches that he got a hit on today. He's been fouling those balls back, and you know, in this game, when you get a pitch to hit, you got to hit it, because you don't always get the pitch you want. And he stepped up there and got a big hit, and I think that's huge. Yeah, it's one hit. It's in a game where we had a 3-run lead. He made it a 5-run lead at that point. So I don't think there's any question about it. Just one swing in the bat can change things for a player.
I know you have 2 midweek games, and I know that as a coach you've always preached take it one game at a time, but how difficult is it going to keep your players focused on these games this week, and rather looking ahead to that big series at Florida next weekend?
Well, I don't think that'll be an issue. We talked about it before we broke up today, and Coach Lee brings his squad in here on Tuesday. They're tremendously talented, and they're more than likely going to be a postseason team. Rhode Island's in here on Wednesday. They have a good chance to come out of the Northeast to be a postseason team as well. They've got some good players. Matter of fact, they beat Coach Lee today 3-2, and then we travel. So we're not going to focus on next weekend. We're going to try to get through the middle of the week here and play some good baseball, and do the best we can with that. We'll deal with the weekend on Thursday.
In broader terms, so with Florida coming up on the weekend, and then all your SEC East series first, does it really matter which order these games come in? Or are they all really about the same?
You know, I think they're all important. You probably won't find me making any different moves on Tuesday and Wednesday that I'm going to make this weekend. We're trying to win. If you don't win your league, you get a chance, if you have enough wins, to still get selected. So you pick and choose. You better pick to win the games you can, whenever they are. And Matt threw yesterday, threw today. He probably would get Tuesday off. However, if it's a short stint and we have a chance to win, he'll probably find his way into that game if he feels good enough to, and he might not. But they're all important to me. I don't, and I'm not trying to give you a coach's speak here. They're big. You can't worry about what's coming down the road. You better try to take care of what you got today if you have a chance to win.
If you had to say today, I mean, is Kumis maybe your best option for Sunday, or is that something you just have to look at as you go? Did he do anything today to move forward?
Well, I think he might have helped himself a little bit, but he's still, there's still command issues there, and he, sometimes doesn't communicate well with the catcher, and he missed a couple of things with Brady today that might have hurt him. And, command has got to be a little bit better, but certainly his stuff is there. And that's important. He's got the ability to be an outstanding pitcher in this league. So we got to continue to help him grow and give him some opportunities. And he's done some good things for us so far. There's no doubt about that. So am I happy with him? Absolutely. He's a true freshman. We've thrown him in the fire, and he's responded. But in order to be a weekend guy, I think he's got to get rid of the walks and hit batsmen and pitch ahead in the count a little bit more.
Do you have probable starters lined up for Tuesday, Wednesday yet?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Webb or Colby on Tuesday for sure. And Coach Myers is waiting for me now, but according to what happened, we may run Westmoreland back out there on Wednesday. He didn't throw that many pitches. I'm just speculating now. He may have a different idea. But Colby had a pretty good outing for us the other day. And Coach Lee's team's offensive, they can swing it. So we got to do a good job against them.
Coach, what happened on that balk?
Sorry?
What happened on the balk? Coombs's balk?
Oh, actually, this is one of the things I'm talking about. Brady gave the signal, and after we give signals, we give location. So he gets the signal, he starts his delivery. There's no location. And Brady tries to stop him, and he was already going, and it was a called timeout actually by Brady, and he didn't get it right away from the umpire, so it was a ball. Jumped the gun a little bit.
Any other questions for Christian? All right, y'all. See you Tuesday night TV on Sports South, 7 o'clock. First TV game of the year.
I'll have to dress up then.
Vern Lundquist, just going to the game.
Andy
Being
Dimension
coached
break
for
out.
guys.
Gus Johnson doing baseball. That'll be good.
Ellis Johnson?
Gus and Ellis together.